Very good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Homechoir's unique Sing Sunday. It's great to have so many of you with us watching live, but of course, to anyone watching later on, you are all very, very welcome. My name's Ben, and this is Homechoir. We are a unique channel here on YouTube, bringing music to the world for free in all sorts of styles and genres, everything from opera to folk music, to silly songs, to the kind of stuff we're going to have this morning, which is beautiful sacred music from all sorts of different parts of history. We've got some Renaissance music this morning. We've got lots of lovely Baroque, for those of you who are fans of that style. And we've got a special treat for those of you that enjoy gospel and spiritual music, something I've been promising for more than a few years we shall enjoy this morning. So make yourselves at home. Of course, if you're watching live, well, we'll be starting in a few minutes. I'll do the sound checks and say hello to everyone. And of course, if you're watching later, I'll put links in the description of this video, just somewhere down there, so you can jump straight to the songs that you want to sing. But for everyone else, as I say, make yourself at home. Hope you're having a good morning. Here in the West Country, it is grey and overcast, but we shall bring all sorts of joy and warmth to your lives today through the magic of music. A couple of sadder pieces. We've got some Palestrina. Let's just do a quick sound check. Can we hear the beautiful but rather soulful? Lovely. We've got the Pergolesi Stabat. This one is a bit sad, but beautiful. Lots of lovely Baroque clashes in this one. We've got some Henry Purcell, Thou Knowest, Lord. And the new one for this morning is a bit of an odyssey. It's fantastic, but it's a big piece. It's called Rejoice in the Lord Alway. It is a verse anthem, which means it has all sorts of instrumental interludes and verses that come back in between choruses. And, well, it's about 8 minutes. It's a big one, folks, so just be ready for that one. And we'll be learning part of it this coming week and the other part of it next week for reasons that I shall explain. And the special treat is, well, for those of you who are fans of Steal Away, I'm not going to press the button. I'm just going to enjoy you listening to it later on because, my goodness, I had fun recording for this morning. So welcome all of you. If you're watching later on, well, thank you for being here and hope you enjoy our special programme. If you are watching later, do consider leaving us a comment. Don't forget, everyone, the like button is really much appreciated. It shows YouTube that you enjoy our broadcasts and help us up the ranking, helps with the algorithm and puts us in front of more people. Speaking of which, if you haven't subscribed, well, please do join the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. You just click that red button down there and you'll put the biggest smile on my face. And I'm just going to check whilst you wait. And as of this morning, 5,354 people have subscribed to the Homechoir channel. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider doing so. Hello to everyone who's watching live but isn't in the chat this morning. Hello to Helene and Bill and Val. Hello to Sue and Tony, Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and everyone else who's watching but not chatting. And then hello everyone over here. Lots of lovely folk. So how are we doing this morning? Let me say hello to all of you. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Alison. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Christine. Good evening, Jeffrey. Hello, Glenys. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jane. Good evening to you and Gossip. Hello, Jill. Hello, Marion. Hello, Mike. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Soraya. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Hanu. Hello, Terry. Hello to all of you. Some of you I've seen, well, in person quite recently, because, of course, yesterday I was conducting and leading a day of singing Carmina Burana with Choir of the Earth events. Fantastic day. Absolutely phenomenal. Great turnout. Phenomenal music. I'm a little bit worse for wear today vocally. You might hear a bit of vocal fry, a couple of gremlins creeping into the voice, but that's not going to get in the way of us having a really good sing this morning. So let me give you a chord. Let's sing B flat. So you can sing a B flat, a D, an F, any of those notes to the word Homechoir, and we shall start our broadcast this morning. Nice deep breath, everyone, and Splendid. And a very, very good morning to all of you, and welcome to your Sing Sunday. It's great to be back live after a few days of just recharging the batteries, although as you'll discover, when I recharge batteries, what I tend to do is to come up here to the studio and record, because it brings me great joy to record pieces that I then get to share with the world, as you'll hear later on. But we'll start this morning after our news and our warm-up with Palestrina's O Domine, Jesu Christe, which of course we looked at just this last week in the form of a rerun. That's the one where the composer spoke to us, which is still a little bit odd. Not quite as odd, of course, as the Halloween special, which I hope you've all enjoyed. Or endured, as the demon would say. Following the Palestrina, we shall then have the Pergolesi Stabat Dolorosa, just the first movements. It's absolutely lovely. It is written for soprano and alto only, but of course tenors and basses are very welcome to sing along. Tenors to sing an octave lower than the sopranos, and basses to sing an octave lower than the altos. It's gorgeous. We'll follow that with Purcell's Thou Knowest, Lord, the Secrets of Our Hearts, and then Purcell's Rejoice in the Lord Alway. This is a little preview, more on that in a minute, but this is quite a long piece. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's called the Bell Anthem for reasons that will become very obvious once you start listening to it. We'll then pause just for a minute and reflect on some rather important themes going on in the world before we enjoy a very, very special new recording. This is Steal Away. This is obviously a piece we know well here on the channel, but I've been promising for years to record Michael Tippett's arrangement from Child of Our Time, and so I have done so. I had so much fun recording this one. I'm going to redouble my efforts over the coming weeks and months and record the other four, but it's absolutely lovely. If you have a score for the Tippett spirituals, well, then you can sing along with that one. Otherwise, just sing the tune. And then we'll finish off with Bye and Bye. So, of course, the week ahead is packed, as it always is. We've got a busy session on Wednesday. We're going to learn the chorus parts, the full choir parts of Rejoice in the Lord Alway, which we'll hear shortly. This is because in February, I shall be running a one-day come and sing course featuring this, and also a piece by Monteverdi called Beatus Via. That's with the Southwest Early Music Forum. Details to follow in your newsletter if you live anywhere near the Southwest. You fancy coming along and singing these works with yours truly at Baroque pitch with beautiful stringed instruments, well, then you'll have the information to do so. But otherwise, we'll just enjoy learning it. And then on Fun Friday, well, we will sing Me and My Shadow, an absolute classic, actually quite an old song, but the version I think we all know and enjoy is the one featuring Frank Sinatra. So we'll have lots of fun on Fun Friday. Entirely appropriate, isn't it? Now, of course, if you enjoy Homechoir and you like to help us out, well, then you can just buy us a coffee. Whatever you're prepared to donate to the channel is hugely appreciated, because we do rely 100% on the donations of our kind supporters. So if you'd like to help us out, go along to our website, homechoir.org, and click on the donate button. And as I say, every penny you give goes back into making these broadcasts for you. And just huge thanks if you're already one of our kind donors. And of course, all of the information you need to be a member of the Homechoir community, you can find via our email newsletter, which goes out once-ish per week and features all of the links, scores, news, everything else that you're going to need to enjoy being part of Homechoir. Again, it's all free. Just go along, click newsletter on the website, and then fill in the very short form, and you're done. And we'll send you that email once a week. And if you tell us when your birthday is, as Anne has done, and it's Anne's birthday today, well, then we'll sing you happy birthday when your special day rolls around. So we'll sing for Anne in a minute, but first we should go full screen, and we shall warm our voices up. So we're just going to roll our heads around, just stretching these neck muscles out. Oh, look at this. So Carmina Burana, ladies and gentlemen, turns out to be quite a substantial conduct. One of those pieces, we're conducting Handel's Messiah. This whole business of just one emotion tends to translate into one time signature. So you just sort of go into automatic. You're in 4/4, you're in 3/4. Carmina Burana, it's changing every 2 moments. And my goodness, back is a bit sore today, shoulders are a bit sore. So if you're like me, give yourself a really good stretch. And let's take a nice deep breath in together. And we'll sigh. And again, take a nice deep breath in. And sigh and relax. Wonderful. Well done, all of you. And we'll just have a nice hum, nice long note. Breathe whenever you like, and off we go. And Mananu. Lovely. And we'll have a couple of shapes, so we'll just sing your turn. Excellent. Ya, ya, ya. Very nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And your. Excellent. And we'll just have ya, your turn. And then we'll sing your turn. Very nice. Your turn. One more. Your turn. Definitely shook loose a few cobwebs for yours truly. If, like me, your voice is not entirely there this morning, do please hydrate. Excuse me a moment. Splendid. Okay, well, we're going to carry on with our warm-up by singing Happy Birthday to Anne, who is celebrating her birthday today. We'll have more birthdays on Wednesday. But for dear Anne, and for anyone else celebrating their birthday today, wherever you are in the world, have a great day from all of us. Here we go, everyone. After 2, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anne. Happy birthday to you and many more. Have a fantastic day, Anne, and indeed to anyone else who's celebrating today. So we're going to start off with some beautiful music from the Renaissance era by Palestrina. Now, this is a piece that we learnt, well, originally a few months ago, and have just had a revision session on Wednesday, which was a rerun of that original teaching. And it's a beautiful, rather plaintive, mournful setting of O Domine, Jesu, Christe. It's quite gentle. It's quite slow moving, though do sing through the lines, sing through the bar line, sing through the long notes, and you'll get a beautiful sense of phrase and shape, which is what the Renaissance era, particularly Palestrina's music, is all about. So if I give you your chord, and let's sing some Palestrina. Here we go. Some lovely music there by Palestrina to start our broadcast this morning. The purity of his lines are so beautiful. The way they interweave and create chords almost not by accident, by design, but these were composers who were still thinking about the horizontal line rather than the vertical line of the chords that were created. and yet the magic he manages to weave from those individual strands is just so powerful and so influential. So we're going to continue now with some music from, well, quite a lot later in history, but still early music. This is Pergolesi's Stabat Mater, a setting of the Easter text, which has such an incredible opening. These lines that begin from a single note and then layering suspensions, clashes, one on top of the other, to create an almost overwhelming effect. And really to carry on from this idea of Palestrina, although Pergolesi was very much thinking about chords, what he's doing is he's weaving together these lines very much in the style of the old master and the stile antico. So, as I said in the little introduction, if you are a tenor or a bass, I would suggest you sing with the soprano or alto line respectively, just an octave lower. But otherwise, do enjoy one of the most beautiful pieces from the Baroque era. This is Pergolesi's Stabat Mater Dolorosa. Here we go. don't get much more beautiful than Pergolesi's Stabat Mater. And for anyone watching thinking, have we learnt that one? We have indeed. That one went out some years back, I think maybe 2022. As always, if you want to learn that one and sing along with those recordings, well, just put Homechoir Pergolesi Stabat Mater into YouTube or into Google or wherever you get your search engines, and you'll find our teaching video for that, a very special piece. Now, we're going to have a couple of pieces by Purcell, one short and one quite substantial. But first of all, let's sing the short one. This is Thou Knowest, Lord, the Secrets of Our Hearts. A very, very simple, beautiful anthem, which we learned as part of our choral alphabet series. And so, let's sing a short bit of Purcell before I introduce a new piece that we're going to be learning this coming week. Here is Thou Knowest, Lord, everyone. And... The thing about Purcell's writing is that when he decides to tug on the heartstrings, well, he has so many strings to his bow. He is incredibly powerful writing. And you have everything from that, which is very much on the mournful side, but then you go all the way to Hear My Prayer, O Lord, and it's almost overwhelmingly intense. But he was such a versatile composer. When he was in a good mood and when he wanted to set something joyous, well, he could absolutely do so in a way that is, again, unique and expressive and fun. And that brings us to our new piece, which we'll be learning, the first part at least, on this Wednesday's teaching session. This is Rejoice in the Lord Alway. This is a verse anthem written by Purcell, which has interludes for instruments. In this case, it'll be Patrick Cathedral organ. It also has a choir section and it has a verse section, which is usually sung by soloists. It's not the kind of piece that we have traditionally learnt here on Homechoir, but I've been invited to lead another one of these Baroque singing days in February. I thought, well, we could learn this piece for those of you that wish to learn it and maybe even come and sing with me in February. So we're going to enjoy this in its entirety. It is about 8 minutes. It's called the Bell Anthem for reasons I think that will become very, very clear as soon as we start. There are verse sections and there are chorus sections. The verses are written for alto, tenor and bass, and the choruses are written for SATB. You are welcome to sing any or all or none of it, but this is a brand new recording put together by Patrick Cathedral Choir and Organ. And so here we go, everyone. This is a premiere. This is Rejoice in the Lord Alway. Remember, it's called the Bell Anthem. See if you can spot why. Here we go. Here comes the full choir. So here we go, last time. And
Rejoice in the Lord always, and
there we are, everyone. That is a home choir premiere. It will take us, as I'm sure you can imagine, more than one session to learn all of the choral and verse parts for that. Of course, there's lots of lovely instrumental interlude as well, with all of those incredible Purcellian clashes and false relations. Join me on Wednesday, of course, to be taught the choir parts of that, and then the following week we'll look at the verse parts as well. And then on the 1st of February, if you live anywhere near the southwest, do join me in Backwell for a very, very special day where we'll sing that and Monteverdi's Beatosphere with Baroque strings. But this brings us, everyone, to a really important part of our home choir program where we just stop for a moment and we just observe a minute of silence, a minute of reflection for our world, for our community. Of course, whenever I've been out into the community and I've spent time with choristers face to face, it's just so moving and so powerful to see the impact of the work we do here on YouTube on people's lives, on how they can come together and sing a work that maybe they've never sung in person before, but suddenly they're singing with other wonderful musicians who may or may not be related to me, and putting on an incredible concert with very, very little rehearsal. And the impact of that is just so powerful, so emotional. But we also need to consider that the world is not a quiet place, not a peaceful place at the moment. We want to consider the fact that music can bring people together, and that when we sing in choirs, we often sing against other parts, but always with a sense of purpose, always with a sense of moving together and resolving in the end with something powerful and something important. So let's bow our heads just for a minute, and then we're going to listen to something very, very special indeed. Here we go. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, our next piece is one that is actually very familiar to those of us who've been singing with home choir for any length of time. This is Steal Away. It is a spiritual. It's actually a very, very old piece. And one of the things that I've really come to understand from doing this work online and singing so many of these pieces is that there are so many layers of meaning to the words for pieces like Steal Away and The Gospel Train and so on. Because, of course, the Underground Railroad was an enormous part of how people in America, particularly the enslaved people, were able to escape from their captivity, were able to steal away in the middle of the night, usually under cover of darkness and bad weather. And when you bear that in mind and you see the word steal away to Jesus, I ain't got long to stay here, my Lord calls me by the thunder, it really does take on a different meaning. Now, usually I would play and sing a live version of this, but as a treat, I think I have to say more for me than for you, but I hope you'll enjoy it as well. I, as part of my relaxation over the last week, recorded, finally, after many years of promising, this arrangement of Steal Away, which is by Michael Tippett, and it comes from a child of our time. This is the first of 5 spirituals, and having recorded this and having had genuinely the most fun I've had in a very long time singing and recording, I think we kind of had to record the rest. And those who inquire of the earth, do believe me when I say there's a very good chance this will be coming up in a programme at a choir near you soon. But let's start off. If you know this one, you're very welcome to sing along, and this one is Steal Away. Here we go.
My Lord, he calls me by the thunder. The trumpet sounds within my soul. I long to stay, steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus. Oh, steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay. Green trees are bending, or sinners stand trembling. The trumpet sounds within my soul. I ain't got long to stay. Steal away, steal away to Jesus. Steal away, steal away home. I ain't got long to stay.
Well, there we are. And thank you to everyone in the live chat for all of your lovely comments about that recording. As I say, when I want to relax, I often come up here, turn the camera off, of course, and just record some of my favourite pieces. And there'll be more coming in the future weeks. We're probably not going to learn that one here on Homechoir. It's very, very complicated. It's lots and lots of parts, and also it's very much in copyright. So I think we might sort of encourage Choir of the Earth to have a look at that at some point in the future. But we're going to wrap things up today with Oh By and By, and this one is very much in the Homechoir style. We're going to finish off today with a good old live sing. Shall we sing By and By together, everyone? Here we go. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. I know my robe's gonna fit me well. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. I tried it on at the gates of hell. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, hell is deep and in dark despair. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, stop, oh sinner, and don't go there. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. When I get to heaven, gonna sing and shout. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Nobody up there to put me out. I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down one more time. Oh, by and by, I'm gonna lay down my heavy load. And there you have it, everyone. That's our Sing Sunday, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember you can give us a thumbs up. That's free, as indeed is subscribing to our channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, and we've had hundreds of people in a very, very short space of time join us. So why not join the growing throng? It's all free. We'd just love to have you come along. And do join us next time on Wednesday as we learn the chorus parts of that gorgeous Purcell anthem, Rejoice in the Lord Alway. On Fun Friday, we're going to sing Me and My Shadow, and then there's so much more coming up in the world of home choir. I'll give you an update very, very shortly about the projects coming your way, but we've got another project with St George's Bristol coming up soon, another Sing for Happiness very shortly. Actually, there's some very exciting news happening around Christmas, and there's more projects to come next year. There'll be more Sing and Sends. Just keep on coming back. So we'll look forward to seeing you soon, everyone. Have a great weekend, and thanks so much for being here. Take care.